Jeez, I feel like you guys need to have some Tums for me waiting on me when we come into these things. We're thankful for the win. We needed that win. It's a win you've got it. You have to have for a lot of reasons. We're trying to coming in today. We could be anywhere from 6th to 12th in the conference standings. So if you win today, you get the tiebreaker against App, which doesn't guarantee you're going to finish ahead of them, but we'd have to lose out. They'd have to win out for them to pass us at this point. So that it puts you in a good position in relation to them. And we're in a stretch like we've got to win these games to get where we want to get to. Plus, our net ranking, like we've been talking about, is like we were 128 coming into today. So if we can just get the record to 500, we're going to get an NIT bid. So there'll be a lot of teams go to the NIT with lower net rankings than what we've got. We just got to get the wins there. So it's big in a lot of ways, but it's also frustrating. We have to play better than what we played today. So it's for us to be who we want to be, we've got to be better in the fourth quarter. You can't get outscored at home 21-8 in a fourth quarter. So it's a win, but there's a lot of stuff we need to improve on in this game.
I'll open up for questions. Coach, you had 4 players score over 10 points in this game. Big first quarter obviously helped with that. Just what does that say about your team being able to have 4 people that can score those big?
Yeah, one thing we usually don't worry about is offense. We've got a lot of talented offensive players. And Olivia, what a lot of people don't know about Olivia is before she got hurt, she led us in scoring in the preseason. She just had in our 2 scrimmages, she had 17 in each scrimmage and just very efficiently. And so seeing her come back, we've known, we've been waiting, we've been talking, we know a big game's coming. I've been telling her just about every day, I'm like, you are such a talented offensive player. You just have to be confident. You have to, you can explode at any point. So it wasn't a shock for us to see what she did today. It was fun to watch because she deserves it because she's been working hard. We were watching film the other day. So it's great to see her. Chris is still struggling a little bit. Kinsey's still struggling a little bit. We've got to get those 2 going. Tracy, I think we can get her going a little bit more. Tessa, uncharacteristically, had a little bit of an off night, but she's carried us so much. You kind of, she gets a little grace right there. So really, outside of Liv, we could have better offensive games than we did. I thought Dee, who didn't get to double figures, I really thought Dee and Liv had the 2 best offensive games for us today. And I think there's some other things, we can clean up out there as well.
I know it just happened in the fourth quarter, but is there any kind of update with Kristen? I know she was had boot on crutches.
Yeah, she's got to get examined. The doctors will check her out and we'll see. So it's, she's in good spirits. We'll see. I don't know how serious it is, but it doesn't. Hopefully, it's something we can get her back quickly from. I don't know yet. I don't want to say too much without knowing, but she was in good spirits afterwards, and we'll just kind of see where it takes us.
Olivia, a career high, and welcome back to the party, right? How did it feel out there for you?
Yeah, it felt great. I just knew, coming into this game, I was willing to do whatever it took for my team to get a win. So if that was scoring, then it was scoring. But I think there was other things, too, that just built off of that. My team found me throughout the whole game, so they did a really great job of that. And ultimately, that's what I was focused on, was getting a team win.
I felt like during the broadcast, I wanted to keep reminding viewers, this is someone who hasn't played in 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
So just what about that journey do you think you took away the most?
Yeah, there's been a lot of things I've learned from that. It's been a lot of hard work, but my team and my coaches have encouraged me throughout the whole thing, and they've just given me so much confidence that I knew, now, it's time for me to give that back to them.
What do you think was the difference today for you?
Honestly, just our talk throughout the whole day, we were very focused and intentional on, winning and getting, and the will to win, as Coach always talks about. But, we were very intentional with each other and building each other up so that we knew we could go out there and win together.
The first quarter that you do as a team, and then obviously it comes down to the wire here at the end. Just what does it say about the group that you have, the 5 girls that were out there on the court to finish the game, to be able to pull out a close win like that here at home?
Yeah, it's very hard to close out a fourth quarter, and we definitely struggle with that a lot. But I think, again, just it comes down to our talk and being intentional with what you're doing. We all knew that it wasn't our offense that was going to get the job done. It was our defense, and that showed up tonight. Or today.
Yeah, and I'll add to that too. I think one thing is earlier in the year, you saw Georgia State at home, we saw Marshall at home. Those were games we lost, and so even though it's frustrating, it's great to see the progress. Where you see some teams don't recover from that, and it was great to see the progress of this group, the way they stayed together. Liv hit enough free throws. She missed 1, but 2 out of 3 in that position puts you in a great spot to. The last one you had 3, you made 2 out of 3.
Wait,
right?
Today?
Yeah, the last when you got fouled on the 3.
Oh yeah, I
you had 2 or 3.
I
so.
missed 2. I could have got 6, 7.
Yeah. Man, the whole crowd wanted that too. Yeah, we'll put that on
I'm
you.
sorry,
These
kids.
education games, that's all they want is who gets to 6-7
I was
first.
going to ask you about the crowd. Obviously, it's a lot of kids that were in the crowd today. It was super loud. Just what was that like?
We talk about it as a team because, we went around. Like, I remember when I was a kid and I played in youth basketball league and they took us to a George Mason game. And it just, I remember coming home and, man, I worked that Nerf goal in my basement for about 3 hours after that game as a kid, and it just inspired me. And so I told them, so you're going to have a lot of people in the gym who don't get a chance to see us play. And one of our jobs isn't just winning games. You want to grow the game, especially in women's basketball. Not as many girls grow up wanting to play sports as boys do. And so that our hope is that there's going to be a few girls in that crowd that see these girls, see what Olivia did today, and they're like, I want to be Olivia Klanac, that want to play. And then for some of those people who this is the only chance to get to see you play, hopefully they walk away feeling like, hey, that Coastal team competes and they have fun out there.
Coach, you got Paige Bradley back today, took a couple charges. What did she provide that you were missing with her out?
Experience. I think it's just comfort. Like we felt it in practice. It's hard to explain, but with Paige in practice, you feel comfortable. You feel like when you're in a tough situation, she's going to be there. So she's done a great job. It was so nice having her back because in a tight game like this, and then Chris ends up missing, some minutes there in the fourth quarter. Without Chris, with Paige, you're okay in those situations. When you don't have either one of them, that's tough because those are two fifth-year players who you want to get the ball in their hands and you trust what they're going to do in those situations. So it was really nice having Paige back today.
I love a reflagrants on Kids Day, just really entertaining.
Right?
I felt like despite Tracy's flagrant, I felt like after that, the second half, she still comes up with a double-double. How do you think she responded?
Yeah, it was good because I wasn't happy with her because it's just like, I don't know if you saw, I wonder if I had to get 2 ibuprofen during the game. And I was just like, gosh, we're fighting the same battles. Like, and it like anything else. Like, if the same weed keeps going back in your garden, you get tired of picking at it. And so I kind of talked with Tracy about it. At some point, we got to get out of that. But to Tracy's credit, because we told her one time, I'm like, Tracy, you got to get past this. I said, we're upset about it, but let's move on from it, like grow from it. But the only thing that matters is what we're going to do next. And Tracy's credit, she comes out and, man, she takes a charge. She gets 2 big buckets. She really, really responded well. I was really impressed with the way she came back. So as frustrating as the foul was, you're always worried, what do you do next? And I thought she really responded, and it was great to see.